Imagine a company worth $70 billion, bigger than Ford, bigger than Boeing. And then one morning, it was gone. Employees showed up and their key cards didn't work. Their retirement savings? Zero. Their pension? Gone. And the men responsible? They played tennis. This is Enron, the biggest corporate fraud in American history. Everyone saw it coming. Nobody did anything. Let's go back to where it all started. Houston, Texas, 1985. A man named Kenneth Lay had one vision, the most powerful energy company in America. He merged two struggling gas pipeline companies into one. He called it Enron. On paper, it looked boring. Move gas through pipes, charge money, repeat. But Kenneth Lay wanted more. He wanted Wall Street. He wanted power. So in 1990, he hired the man who would change everything, Jeffrey Skilling. Skilling wasn't just smart, he was dangerous smart. His idea? We don't need to own anything, we just trade everything. He turned Enron from a boring pipeline company into an energy trading giant. Electricity, broadband, weather derivatives. They were literally selling bets on the weather. Wall Street loved it. The stock went up, up, up. By late 1990s, Enron stock hit $90 a share. Employees were millionaires on paper. Kenneth Lay was on magazine covers. Skilling was called a genius. But underneath all of it, the entire thing was a lie. Every company must report profits and losses honestly. Enron had a massive problem. They were losing billions. So Andrew Fastow, Enron's CFO, had one idea. What if we just hide it? He created hundreds of fake shell companies, no offices, no employees, no real business, just empty boxes on paper. Enron dumped all its debt into these fake companies, then reported only profits to Wall Street. It was like hiding all your dirty laundry in your neighbor's closet, then telling everyone your house is perfect.
Vegas.
And it worked. Quarter after quarter, Enron reported record profits, profits that didn't exist. Analysts called them a buy. Banks gave them loans. Investors poured in money. Even Arthur Andersen, one of the most respected accounting firms in America, signed off on everything. Why? Because Enron was paying them millions. Money has a way of making people blind. And here is what made it truly evil. The executives knew. Every single one of them knew. While employees were told to buy more Enron stock for retirement, the executives were secretly selling their own shares. Skilling sold millions. Lay sold millions. They cashed out while telling everyone else to hold. By 2001, the cracks were starting to show. One woman saw it before everyone else. Sharon Watkins, vice president at Enron. She wrote a 7-page letter directly to Kenneth Lay, warning him everything was about to collapse. Lay's response? He asked his lawyers if he could fire her. He couldn't, so he ignored her completely. Then, in August 2001, Jeffrey Skilling suddenly resigned, out of nowhere. He said personal reasons. Then, a reporter named Bethany McLean asked one simple question. How exactly does Enron make its money? Nobody could answer her, not clearly, not honestly. She published the article anyway. Is Enron overpriced? Enron's PR team flew executives to pressure her editor. They called, they threatened. She published it anyway. The stock started falling. Then, October 2001, Enron announced a $618 million loss. The cover was blown. The SEC launched a formal investigation. Banks stopped lending. Credit agencies downgraded Enron to junk. The stock went from $90 to $60 to $30 to $1 in weeks. Employees watched their retirement accounts, which were forced to be in Enron stock, disappear completely. A woman who worked there 18 years lost $1.2 million in savings. A man 3 months from retirement lost everything. Meanwhile, Arthur Andersen, the accounting firm, started shredding documents, boxes and boxes of evidence, destroyed. On December 2, 2001, Enron filed for bankruptcy. At the time, the largest corporate bankruptcy in American history. 20,000 employees lost their jobs. Same day. Key cards stopped working. Security escorted them out. Some people were in the middle of phone calls when it happened. Mid-sentence, gone. The trials began. Andrew Fastow pleaded guilty, cooperated with prosecutors, got 6 years, served less. Today, Andrew Fastow gives paid speeches about ethics, the man who designed the entire fraud, teaching ethics. Jeffrey Skilling was convicted on 19 counts of fraud and conspiracy, sentenced to 24 years. But his lawyers fought for years. His sentence was reduced to 10 years. He was released in 2019. Kenneth Lay was convicted on 6 counts of fraud, but he died of a heart attack before sentencing. Under American law, his conviction was vacated. He died technically innocent, legally. The victims were given a $7.2 billion settlement fund, but most got back less than 20 cents for every dollar they lost. Enron didn't fail because of one bad person. It failed because of an entire system that rewarded lying. Executives lied, accountants looked away, banks kept lending, regulators kept sleeping. And the people who paid the price? The ones who never lied, the employees, the retirees, the investors. Enron's own motto was, "Ask why." Maybe they should have asked themselves that question. $70 billion, gone. 20,000 jobs, gone. Retirement savings of thousands of families, gone. 3 men destroyed the financial lives of thousands of Americans and walked away with millions still in their pockets. This is what unchecked greed looks like. Not in a movie, in real life, with real families, real pain. The system failed them. The watchdogs slept. And the architects of the fraud? They rebuilt their lives just fine. Enron is gone, but the lesson remains. Always ask where the money actually comes from, because if nobody can answer, that is your answer.